Investigation has also been ordered into the Air India crash last night at the Calicut airport. Initial reports are suggesting that the aircraft missed the approach in the first time and overshot the runway during the second attempt. Moreover, the aircraft landed at a higher speed than desired. Calicut Airport, viewers, is the 7th busiest airport in the country and has a tabletop runway, infamous for additional risk it entails while landing. A tabletop runway is a runway which is located on top of a plateau or a hill with one or both ends adjacent to a steep drop. Moreover, of the 4 airports in Kerala, the Calicut Airport has the shortest runway. In total, India has 3 tabletop runways, 1 each in Mizoram, Karnataka and in Kozhikode. Gopi is joining us live. Gopi, if you could just give us a sense of what this runway really looks like, because this is a tabletop runway and just 3 of these kind of runways really exist in the country as well, and the dangers of landing on tabletop runways. Is there any kind of, I mean, this is just coming to my mind right now off the bat, is there any kind of precaution that airlines end up taking before assigning the pilots to land on these tabletop runways that only the senior most, I mean, it's just off the bat that just occurred to me that perhaps some sort of an SOP could be in place because these are dangerous runways and we've seen certain mishaps like this take place on the tabletop runways even before.
Well, indeed, Cheti, because as you were rightly pointing out, in India there are only 3 airports which is having this tabletop runway system. So the tabletop runway, as I will just show you in this image, is actually that the runway and the approach area will be elevated from the normal ground. And the reason we have these systems is because of the particular terrain in each area. Even if you look at these areas and districts where we have this tabletop runway, one is in Mizoram. We know Mizoram is a very hilly terrain. It's very difficult to find a large extent of land which is flat and straight so that the airport can be made in those areas. That is one area. The second is also Mangalore, and also the location of Mangalore airport is closer towards the Western Ghats region. There are a lot of hilly terrain towards that airport also, and similarly is the case with this Karipur International Airport. Now we are actually calling this as the Calicut International Airport, but technically this is actually in Malappuram district of Kerala. And most parts of northern Kerala are actually lean towards the Western Ghats. Even if you take the case of Kannur International Airport, all these airports are actually very closer to the hilly terrain. So it is very difficult to find a piece of land which is more straight or which is having a large extent. The problem with such lands is that when the aircrafts are making an approach from the hilly terrain, it becomes very difficult for those aircrafts to actually land in those areas, and also it becomes very difficult. So that is actually why tabletop runways are best suited for these areas, because they will actually find an elevated portion so that the aircrafts and the pilots will not really have to maneuver between the hilly terrains of the mountains. They can just find what can be seen as yet another top of a mountain. So they will just flatten a top of a mountain and an airport and an airstrip will be created. That is exactly what we see over here. You can actually see this actually looks like a small hill from where we are standing. It must be around some 50 to 60 meters in height over here. That whole area, that hilly terrain has been leveled to ensure that they get maximum approach area for the airport terminal, they get maximum run-up area for the runway. But however, the problem with this tabletop runways is that they cannot extend the runways beyond a particular limit. That is the problem with this particular airport over here.
Yes, and you know, aircraft landing is usually considered to be rather risky on these tabletop runways because it creates some sort of an optical illusion of being on the same level as the plane below as well, and that is when the mishaps really take place.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.